Welcome to another Chelsea chat. So today it was Brighton and Hove, Albion 4, Chelsea 1. Big shout out to Brighton, who really played us off the park. And then to their fans, what a classy bunch you are, booing the bloke that got you from, was it the second division or bottom of the Premiership to fourth when he left you. And yeah, what a bunch of class acts you are. I can sort of understand it, because let's face it, we stole Cucurella from them a week before the season started, and then we took Potter off them when they were, I think it was fourth in the league. So they're going to have a gripe against us. But I thought booing Potter was totally classless. But I guess that's the modern day fan, isn't it? I mean, you only got to look at the internet tonight. Potter was next England manager on Wednesday, and tonight he should be sacked. He don't know what he's doing. Oh. It gets boring looking at that internet, the way people sway backwards and forwards based on one result. Team sheet came out today and I was worried. We had Sterling and Pulisic playing as wing backs. Yes, I know Reece James is injured, but why play either Pulisic or Sterling on the left side when you got Chilwell sat there? I just don't understand that. I really don't understand it. And for all his faults, and he is getting older, and I know some of our supporters love having a go at him, but Dave is steadier than most when we haven't got Reece James there. So until we get another right back, I don't know why Dave wasn't in the side, I'll be absolutely honest. I'll go through the side. We started off, we had Kepa in goal. At the back, we had Chalobah, Silva and Cucurella. How many times has Cucurella got to play at centre half before Graham Potter, who's got, I think it's a master's degree and has got all his UEFA badges, how many times has Cucurella got to play there before Graham Potter realises that Cucurella can't play there? I just don't understand it. I'd like to get Potter in a room and let him explain that to me. We had Pulisic on the right hand side as a wing back and Sterling on the left hand side as a wing back. In the midfield we had Kovacic and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Both been playing great, but both like to go forward. So I thought to myself, we're lacking a real defensive midfield player. In front of them we had Conor Gallagher and Mason Mount. And up front we had Kai Havertz. Now, as you know, I like Kai Havertz. But Kai Havertz isn't working as a number 9. So we go out and we buy a centre forward for however much, cheap, because he's 33. But we buy a centre forward and we've got a young bloke chomping at the bit to prove himself, who looks like he could be the real deal as a centre forward. They're big lumps at the back, Lewis Dunk, etc. And so we play Kai Havertz, who wasn't working there last year, as a number 9. What do I know? That's why Potter gets the big bucks. So I looked at the side and yeah, I wasn't filled with confidence, knowing the fact that this lot had a lot to prove against us. The crowd would be on. Didn't think they'd be booing Potter, to be honest. I thought most football fans would have a bit more of a brain than that. But then again, I've been on Chelsea Twitter tonight, and obviously they haven't. But yeah, I thought they'd have a bit more respect than that for a bloke that done so much for them. But hey ho, there you go. But we knew that ground was going to be right up for it. We knew that team was going to be right up for it. We also know that in the Premier League it's more intense than it is in Europe. So we kicks off right from the start. They're right on it. Alarm bells go when, of all people, Thiago Silva makes a mistake. Ball straight to one of their players who chip it over Kepa, but fortunately Silva heads it away. A couple of seconds later they have a great shot. Again, when we gave them the ball, I was trying to think who it was, we'd given the ball away easily. And a great clearance from Silva off the line. And then just after that, Silva with another poor ball. It goes through to someone, they pass it to Trossard. Kepa goes down awful quick. You've got to stay on your feet, Kepa. You've got two players behind you as well. Trossard does well, he goes round him, but Kepa makes it very easy. He goes down very early for him. And Trossard whacks it in with 1-0 down. A couple of minutes later, they get a corner. It gets whipped in, and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Do you know what? When you're a kid, your coach always says to you, make sure that you're facing outwards. You can be slightly turned, but if your body shape is right, you've got a full view of where you're going. Now, that's okay if you're playing up the park. If you're on Pages Park, Leighton Buzzard, pitch number 9, in puddles of water. But obviously, in the Premier League, it doesn't matter about body shape, because you can go face on with a ball coming at you. And, oh no, you can't, because Ruben Loftus-Cheek proved that today. So it hits his knee and it goes in. So we're 2-0 down. They get a little bit of luck on their third goal as well. Although it was a good build-up, we're under the cosh, but Trevor Chalobah goes to block it. It hits him. 3-0 down, half-time. Cucurella's not been working at centre-half, not in any way, shape or form. Sterling is, at the moment, you know I rate Sterling, all this stuff on the internet tonight, I can't, do you know what, I can't even be bothered replying it. I can't be bothered showing pictures of cabbages in this. I'm pretty down today, but you know what I think of these people. But Sterling is going for a really bad run of form. Don't help him being played at left wing back, but when he's not played there, he's been in bad form. Now, I don't know what his physics teacher taught him at school, you see. And I'm not Einstein in any way, shape or form. But I do know that you can't run through a physical object if you're a physical object yourself. No one's told Raheem Sterling this. So if anyone knows Raheem, or knows anyone who knows Raheem, or any members of his family, you can't run through a physical object. Can you tell them and tell them to pass it on? Because Raheem is just trying to run through people. He was shocking today. He hasn't been great lately. First 2 or 3 games of the season, I thought he looked good. I rate him highly as a footballer. He's not using his head. He's not playing anywhere near to what he can do. Yes, he's being played out of position a lot, but quality is quality. He should be at least going past some of these people and not trying to run through them. Where was I? Yeah, half time. The game looks gone. The game looks gone. They're beating us to every single second ball. They look like they want it more. Some of our lot look like big time Charlies. We've only got to turn up and we'll do Brighton. We've just qualified for the Champions League last 16, and today we've got little Brighton. It don't work like that in the Premier League, does it? Don't work like that. But that's what a lot of them look like. And the ones that didn't look at the races. Thiago Silva making so many mistakes. Cucurella at centre half, I expect it, but Thiago Silva, it was just poor all round. And it makes you wonder if they think the same about the setup as we do. It makes you wonder. You could have played Pulisic instead of Sterling in his proper position. Whether Potter just thinks, oh, it all went wrong under Tommy, it all went wrong under Frank, it all went wrong under Sarri. Oh, it all went wrong under Conte. Oh, it all went wrong under Mourinho. Because players get fed up we're not getting played, and then their little cliques in the dressing room yak get together, and in the end you've got split dressing rooms. So whether Potter's conscious of that, hasn't got the experience of managing egos, so thinks I'm going to give everyone a game, I don't know. There must be some reason he brought on Ziyech. Scowling, miserable, underperforming Hakim Ziyech got brought on today. What was the point? He wants to go. We want him to go. So you bring him on for game time. You've got a young lad on the bench there that would have come on. Was it Amari Hutchinson? He would have come on. He would have run his nuts off for that team. And who knows? I've seen him do some great things in the development squad. Give him some time. Well, we've made a substitution first of all. Kepa got injured. I've seen people on the internet and what fancy bringing Kepa off to put Mendy on. Well, it didn't make much difference. To be honest, there's not a lot of difference in them. Mendy's a slightly better shot stopper, although he did his best with that fourth goal to prove me wrong. Mendy's a slightly better shot stopper and slightly better in the air. Kepa's better on the ground with his feet. But it was no great sort of loss to the team. 3-0 down anyway. Mendy comes on. First thing he does is a dodgy ball, but that was fine. He got away with it, and the rest was okay. And then on that fourth goal, I know I keep going backwards and forwards, but it says I think of it. On that fourth goal, another thing, basics for a goalkeeper. What's the first thing you amateur goalkeepers out there, you guys that used to play, and you ladies that used to play or play now? What's the first thing you get taught as a little kid? Don't pat the ball straight back out. Push it to the sides. You know, if they do get a shot back on you've got to make them work. What's the easiest shot to take? One that's straight in front of the goal, isn't it? You put an angle to anything and it makes it a bit harder. Mendy pushes it straight back out for that fourth goal. He was unlucky not to bring off a great save, but it is what it is. Anyway, Mendy comes on, but the rest of them, I think the first substitution he made after Mendy was the 64th minute. 25 minutes left before Sterling goes off. Do you know what? I'm just going to score the players and that's it, because everyone's moaning about Potter tonight. Okay, now, no matter how much we moan, I think Todd Bowley has made it clear that Potter is here to stay. I'm all for giving the bloke a chance. I think he did great things at Brighton. Can he do it at Chelsea? I'm not totally sure. But after 7 weeks, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Is he going to make mistakes? Well, yeah. Name a manager that didn't make a mistake. The amount of times we've said about Tommy Tuchel, oh, he's picked the wrong side. About Frank, oh, he's picked the wrong side. Sorry, oh, I wouldn't have picked that side. Because the real managers, the real top boys, are all on Twitter. They're all FIFA managers, not these guys that have to do it for real. So, is he going to make mistakes? Yes, he is. Do I hope that he learns from today's shit show of playing people out of their positions? Yes, I do. Do I hope that he grows some kahunas and benches people, no matter who they are, if they're not playing well? Yes, I do. I mean, it's a shame, really, in hindsight. I know he wanted playing time, which he would have been getting, but that Levi Colwell letting him go out, that was a shame. I wonder if it's worth letting one of the young lads from the development squad play at centre half. I mean, you've got Asper, he can either be a right wing back, but Cucurella can't carry on playing at centre half. I'll tell you that now. Well, he can. He can. We can be exposed like that every week until Fofana gets fit again and Koulibaly gets fit again. But Cucurella isn't a centre half, so maybe one of the young lads from the development squad could play. Maybe one of them. It's worth sticking them in. Sink or swim. You can't do any worse than Cucurella did today, trust me. So yeah, I'm hoping he learns from this. At least he takes it on the chin and accepts responsibility. But the worrying thing is how he didn't see that coming. So yeah, Potter's going to get a 2 from me today, I'll be honest. I'll spoil the suspense waiting for his score. Kepa couldn't really do much about the goals. Went down too early for the first one, in my humble opinion. And Kepa gets a 6. He was rushed a couple of times, but yeah, he gets a 6. Chalobah, I thought he had a steady game. Left exposed at times because of Pulisic not being a right wing back and not doing his defensive duties, although Pulisic did put a shift in, but it's positional sense, isn't it? So Chalobah got exposed a few times, but he gets a 7. Silva, poor game by his standards, although it was one great clearance with his head that was proper whacked. He wasn't himself today. He gets a 5. Cucurella won't be a centre half as long as he's got a hole in his bum, I've got a hole in my bum, and the human race is walking round on the earth with holes in their bums. So 3. Sterling, wildly off form and not a wing back. Hasn't sussed out you can't run through physical objects, so needs to take a physics class, a biology class, and needs to sit on the bench for a little while, I would suggest. And yeah, he gets a 3. In midfield, Cover tried doing too much. Lost the ball more today than I've ever seen Cover lose the ball, and that's because he was trying to do too much. He was trying to make things happen. Wasn't his best game in any way, shape or form. So the amount of times he gave that ball away. He gets a 5. Ruben Loftus-Cheek gets a 5. Trying to make things happen, trying to be positive. Gave the ball to Gallagher, who whipped it in for our goal. I forgot about our goal. Yeah, right. Well, start of the second half. Right at the start, I think 2 or 3 minutes in, Ruben Loftus-Cheek on one of those drives forward, gives it to Gallagher, who whips it in, and Kai Havertz, he heads it straight at the goalkeeper, and I mean straight at the goalkeeper. He's got the whole goal to head it, but Kai heads it straight at the goalkeeper, who manages to dive out of the way of it. I haven't seen a dive like that since Tom Daley at the Olympics, honestly. It was a goal. Anyway, sorry, but I'd forgotten all about that. I'm fuming, really. I'll be honest with you, I'm fuming. Yeah, who was our scoring? Yeah, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, he gets a 5. In front of him, Mason Mount, loads of hard work, gave the ball away loads of times, again because he was trying too hard to make something happen. He's just Chelsea through and through, and he works hard even when he's having a poor game, and it wasn't his best today. He gets a 6. Gallagher gets a 6. Didn't do much wrong. Worked hard. Again, because we didn't have a DM really, he was overworked and a lot of the times out of position because he was trying to cover for 2 people and sometimes trying to cover for Pulisic as well. We run out of position. Wasn't fair on the lad. But yeah, he gets a 6. Havertz, he gets a 6. He ran more than I've seen Havertz run in ages, particularly when we went 3-0 down. Scored a goal against all the odds, because if you Might be the new way forward. Head it straight at the goalkeeper in hope that he dives out of the way. So, but yeah, he gets a 6. Not going to score the subs. Brozier did look brighter when he came on. Aubameyang, decent shot. Keeper saved it. Aubameyang's second touch is a tackle, isn't it? He's got no close control whatsoever. You might as well have me out there, and I haven't played for years. But yeah, he's got no. He can finish, but oh my God, his first touch is a nightmare. It really is. Whereas Brozier, he holds the ball up. I'd be giving that lad a run. I really would. But again, what do I know? Ziyech. So yes, Sam Potter gets a 2. I thought the whole thing, the psychology behind it, knowing what he was going to be walking into, knowing that team back to front, I thought he got it totally wrong. Everything, on every level. Couldn't even say he made decisive substitutions with any meaningful time left. So, yeah, bad day at the office. Do I want him sacked in the morning the way some people do? No. Am I prepared to give him the benefit of the doubt? We all have bad days at the office, and he'll probably have a few more. Do I think we'll qualify for the top 4 this year? No, I don't. We need a DM. We need cover at right back and at centre half. Even if it's Colwell back, one of the young lads, or Ampadu or whoever. We need to really give Brozier a run up front. We need to rest Sterling as well, because the lad's quality. And they always say, don't they, that form is temporary, class is permanent, and he is class. I know a lot of you don't think so, but I personally think he is, and I think he'll come good for us. But at the moment, it's like flogging a dead horse, isn't it? That's it. Sorry, it was not upbeat. I can only say what I see. I'd be an absolute storm on catchphrase, wouldn't I? Okay, that's me. I will speak to you after our next game, and thanks for watching. Please throw the video a like. It really, really would help me algorithm. And please subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it. And yeah, cheer up this really fed up Chelsea supporter on Saturday night after the Brighton game. That was horrible, wasn't it? Okay, thanks for watching. Speak to you soon. Up to Chelsea.